Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you are subscribed to my other channel, Queen Spirit 1126. Yeah, let's get into it. We are doing our reading for our Heart's Desire Soul Urge number 5. Okay, so this number is defined by the vowels in your name, adding them up, reducing them to a single digit. Why it can be a vowel if it's used that way, but the heart's desire is what your heart craves. What are your hopes and dreams? What are your wishes, right? So our soul urge 5s, they require freedom, new experiences, change, definitely traveler, enthusiastic. So you guys get excited when new things are happening, and this is something that is like fundamentally a part of you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Hidden desires, okay? Hidden desires for our soul urge 5 spirit. All right, so we got justice. Okay, so we have steps to achieve this justice. Steps to achieve spirit. We got the Hanged Man. And then the last, how the desired outcome will look. We have the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit showed up when I was actually shuffling. I've gotten the Hanged Man in a lot of these readings, so that's just interesting to me. But let's go ahead and start off with the card of Justice, right? Representing the number 11, representing balance, representing I don't know, I kind of get like two halves coming to a whole. The thing with justice, or it's like a balance, right? So it's like a yin and yang energy. How can we rebalance things? How can we make things right? And I get inside that you guys are represented kind of by like a wild child. That you want to do these things, you kind of want to go forward being kind of like crazy and doing whatever you want, and you kind of get bogged down by life, right? So the justice, I feel, is for yourself. This balance within yourself to do the things that you want to do. But we know with the justice card, when we see it, that means that there has been some kind of injustice. And this is something that happened toward you that you also want to bring balance back. And it's back to, and it's something that's been kind of holding you back from the freedom that you really wish and want that you had. Want to have. Jeez, I cannot talk. Look at that. Enslaved prisoner is the Hangman as well. All right, so we already know how this reading is going. It's showing up Hangman twice. So all right, so what I'm getting with the enslaved prisoner is some kind of sacrifice, right? You sacrificed something that you really wanted or really loved, and that was unjust to you. Right, and I really feel like it was a sacrifice of freedom. It was a sacrifice of moving forward in the way that you wanted to go. Let's pull another card. I'll take this one on top. We have the Six of Air. So this sacrifice required you to move on from something, and it feels like you want to go back to it, to be honest. This is like some freedom that you couldn't take. I'm getting like when you were younger or something like that, where you're like, man, I should go back to it, like wanting to travel the world or wanting to go to school for art or something like that, and kind of being talked out of it, or not having the means to do it, or sacrificing something, and then in this energy being unable to move forward from it. So you guys are done with the sacrifices, and I'm getting that you are trying to move back into a state where you feel balanced by what you do and what you actually want. The Six of Air right now is really giving the energy of flying above your emotions, flying above being like heartbroken or grief-stricken or anything like that. Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm going to say with that, definitely some of you guys may want to move forward in this is like either being a professional when it comes to emotions, like and mental health, things like that, like psychology and counseling and things like that, or it may be something that you may need to seek out for yourself so that you could feel okay with walking away, so that you could feel okay, like you did the right thing by no longer wanting something or something like that. So we have the Hangman for the steps to achieve this, right? The Hangman is definitely can be a card of self-sacrifice, but it's mostly like, at least in this reading, given the vibe of seeing things from a different perspective, right? Opening up your mind so that you can see the bigger picture. The word compassion is coming to me. I really do think that this is a compassion that you need for yourself, a compassion that you should have for you. Like, okay, I really want this, I really need this, how can I get it? Or having failed at something and being okay with that failure. There's something about failing that leads us to success. So it's not a complete failure, because every time you fail, you learn what not to do, and that is winning in and of itself. So we got the Hangman. What steps should we take to achieve this goal? Goodness gracious. So we got a message from air. We have the Babblerisha. Let's get one more. I like that one sticking out. And then we have the Two of Fire. All right, so we have message of air that came out first. All right, so the message of air is not to give up on yourself, that you can do the things that you can achieve the goals that you have set, right? And so we even have the Two of Fire here, feeling like those doors are closed on you, but they're not. All you have to do is walk up to them and open them up. The Babblerisha does represent the magician in this deck. And you already know the magician is about manifesting. The magician is about harnessing those skills that you have in order to move forward. Even here, you see that she's like, okay, putting her magic so that she can move forward. So I really want you guys to kind of like hunker down on those things that you want in life, those goals that you have set in life. Do not give up on them. And sometimes, like I said, like I felt a little bit of failure here. It takes failure to succeed, right? It's just that failing can be, I don't know, it can be demonizing to our soul, I guess. It can be something that makes us not want to continue to move forward, but it's a necessary part in life. There's no success without failure. And I feel that heavy here. Everything is saying that it's time for you to do the things that you want to do. Don't wait for people to agree with it, and don't allow yourself to get caught up in this energy of needing approval from literally anybody, because you don't need approval. What you need is to believe in yourself again. And whatever it takes for you to make that step forward in order to believe in yourself, that's what you need to do, because that is what is most important. All right, so the last card we have here is the Hermit, right? And this is what it'll look like. The Hermit, listen, y'all, the Hermit is 9. However, the Hermit definitely gives 5 energy, and that is of freedom, right? The Hermit doesn't give a damn. The Hermit's gonna walk away, find their own life, do what they need to do in order to find the success within themselves, find that foundation of believing in themselves. So you guys have to go back to this energy where, you know, when you're a kid or you're in your early 20s before life kind of smacks the shit out of you and you're like, oh yeah, anything can happen. I could do this, I could do that. I got my whole life ahead of me. The truth is you always have your whole life ahead of you. And what you have behind you are experiences and knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like those things that you have learned, those things that you have built. But instead of allowing it to tear you down, allow it to build you up. Allow it to really register that, hey, I really can do anything. Like, this is the energy that I'm feeling, that you guys are having a trouble finding your light and really getting into your destiny, right? So your life path number describes your destiny. So I definitely suggest looking at life path number readings. And then your expression destiny number, which I did those last month, that number represents how you reach your destiny. And that number is represented by your entire birth name and broken down into one digit. So let's get into clarifying this Hermit here, what this will look like. Clarify the Hermit spirit. Oh, damn, we got 4 of water. I like it. You know what? The 4 of water is one of my favorite cards because it just represents not doing things you don't want to do. I feel like that is the biggest thing in life. Stop doing things that you don't want to do because you feel like, oh, well, this is what we all have to do. This is what life looks like. And it's just not the truth. It's not what life looks like. Life can look like however you want it to, right? So we have the 8 of fire here, and then we have the Ace of water in reverse. So what I'm getting here is that there's a lot of energy. Look at that. The 5 of water flipped over. There's a lot of energy of people who want your love, or things that want your love and want your energy and want your intuition and all of that. And at the end of the day, you don't have it all to give. So once you stop doing the things that you don't want to do, you're gonna find out that these people that I just want to say they're going to be in grief anyway, right? They're going to feel like they lost anyway. It doesn't matter if you do everything they say, if you follow every one of their rules. They're never going to be happy, because somebody who wants to be happy, they're not going to try to control you. You cannot control other people. As a matter of fact, somebody who is for you is going to play this role of being supportive. And so what you're going to see is you're going to walk away from a lot of people that are unsupportive to you, and you're not going to have any feelings about it. It's kind of like when you're done, you're done. And that's what's going to happen when you start working on yourself, when you start putting yourself first, when you're like, okay, I got this thing that I want to create. I have this place that I want to go. Like this was working, but it's not working anymore. Like I mentioned sometimes that people in our lives will try to hold us to, you know, some goals we had when we were a child. Like, oh yeah, when you were 17, you said this. When you were 21, you said this. I don't give a damn if I said it yesterday. If I change my mind today, I change my mind today. If I have the wherewithal, the knowledge, if I've learned new things, I'm not going to be a participant in cognitive dissonance when I see that something isn't working for me, but I'm going to stick to it anyway because it satisfies who you are. No, I'm going to satisfy myself, and I'm going to do things for myself. And if it's not working, then I'm going to make the changes that I need to make in life in order for my life to work for me. So I get that with the 8 of fire, that things are going to be moving very quickly. Like you see here, this 8 of fire has like this explosion. It's this explosion of passion, this explosion of new opportunity. And it's going to leave some people behind. And they may not be fully satisfied with that. And that's fine. That's none of your business. Like, how other people feel about you is none of your business, and that's just period. But that's all I have for the Heart's Desire Soul Urge 5. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time.